Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well and you're having a lovely week so far. On today's video, I wanted to cover the topic of men's mental health. I feel like it's one of those topics that kind of get brushed off or it's seen as a negative and men should just get on with it and just man up. And that's so ridiculous. So we're going to cover that topic today. And if you enjoy content that helps you become the best version of yourself, encourages you to be your authentic self, and you enjoy self-development, then this channel is for you. So if that sounds like your vibe, I would love if you could like and subscribe. Now we're going to start with the most common phrase, man up, which is the most dismissive, unfair response to someone expressing how they feel or someone going through a hard time and being open and vulnerable. It's the way to shut someone down immediately and make them feel this small. And let's be honest, life can be difficult, life can be hard. We can really go through the trenches, like anyone. It doesn't matter specific gender, it doesn't matter who you are. You can really be going through the trenches. And I think it's really fair, just because you're seen as a man, that you should always hold it together, that you should not express yourself and suppress it. And then we wonder where all this toxic masculinity comes from. And if you're a man and you want to just man up and get on with it and you see that as a fair thing to say, then absolutely, this video isn't for you, and that's okay, because this is a topic that really frustrates me. I'm very like female empowerment. I'm very much like, let's do this, galley pops, we've got this. But I also think it's important to talk about the topic of men and how tough it can be for them out there, and how it can be really, really a lot of pressure on them to not show emotion, to be a certain type of person, to be the alpha. So I've written down some typical stereotypes that come up and how it might make them feel. So cue the cute little notebook, the fluffy pink notebook. I did some research on this, and apparently, according to statistics, 75% of the suicides in the UK are men. And it's 3 to 4 times more of the rate than women. So actually, people that are committing suicide is more men than women. Because if our girls are going for a hard time, we just go, girls, I'm really struggling, let's talk it out, let's get a wine, let's go for a coffee, let's go through it. We'll go to our partners and we'll go, I'm really going through this hard time, I'm really, really struggling. But it's not the same for men most of the time. And I just think that's wrong. I just think that's really, really wrong. Because we talk about equal rights and everything, and I won't get into that side of things, but we talk about equal rights. But it's seen as normal for women to be expressive and vulnerable and open, but when a man does it, it's like, oh no, like, we can't do that, that's not okay. And I'm just not okay with that narrative. So some of the typical stereotype phrases are, men should be strong, tough. So for them, if they hear that, they think, okay, I need to hold it all together, I can't be vulnerable, I can't express myself emotionally because it makes me look weak, it makes me look like I'm less of a man. It means that all these responsibilities are on my shoulders and I need to sort it out and I need to solve it. And again, it's nice when a guy's a bit more masculine and he kind of gets stuff done, but not at the detriment of his mental health, where he's fully struggling and his head is above water and he literally can't breathe and he's got things piled. So that's what it's important to be open and vulnerable and say, look, I'm really struggling right now to hold this together. Whether that's to a therapist, whether that's to a friend, some support, your partner, it should be normalized that you should be able to be open about these things, and working together, you come up with a solution on how to move forward rather than holding it together all by yourself, just because that's what society has told you to do. And that is what has been normalized. And obviously, it's in your makeup, right? You feel like that is who you are and that is what you should bring to the table. But just saying, there's nothing wrong with a bit of vulnerability and openness. It doesn't make you less strong, less tough. If anything, it's actually quite an attractive quality. Another really damaging phrase that people tend to say is, real men don't cry. Real men don't cry? How stupid is that phrase?
Oh, so now because he's a guy, he doesn't have tear ducts, he can't cry, those emotions don't come out. Like, absolutely not. What a load of rubbish. What a load of rubbish. And why do we normalise this? Why do we think that it's okay to say this? It's so dismissive. It's so detrimental to someone's well-being. Do we not understand that that is actually really, really harsh to say? And I understand that people have grown up in different generations and that was used to be the case, and back in the day you used to have that mentality. I get that, I understand that, and if you are really believing in that mindset, absolutely fine. This video is not for you and that is okay. I just really do not like that narrative, because the problem is when you say real men don't cry, they associate sadness with weakness and they go, I can't be sad, I can't let it out. I can't let these emotions fly. They push it down, push it down, push it down, push it down. Suppress, feel like shit, feel like rubbish, don't feel good in themselves, and all they needed to do was just let it out and let it release. And the problem is, behaviours I've seen that people have done in the past is they can lash out, or they can suppress it with drinking and alcohol or drugs just to feel that emotion, just to feel something. And that's really, really sad that it's got to that narrative, it's got to that point. And I think it's so important, you know, of guys to catch up with each other and actually be honest, you know, because us girls, we'll do it. Like, literally, we'll go and tell our girls everything. We'll be completely honest and let our emotions out, and then we feel so much better. But the problem is, guys are very scared to do that because they feel like they look weak and less masculine by going to a group of their guys and saying, I'm struggling, when we should normalise that. Like, that should be non-embarrassing thing to do. And I really feel sad that that is something they feel embarrassed of, because I know that you'll be in a group of lads and you'll express how you feel, and you might be worried that a guy might laugh. But on the flip side, I've had a conversation recently where my friend went to a group of his guy friends and said, I'm really going through it right now, this is a really big struggle for me. I was so proud of him, like so proud of him for doing that. And he was like, I'm going through a really hard time, I don't know what else to do, I don't know what else I'm going through. I'm going through a really hard time and it's really hard. And all of them turned around and said, I'm going through a hard time, I'm going through this, I'm going through that. How wonderful is that? He's been that confident person that's taken a stand and gone, I feel like this, and everyone else around him has felt safe and open to go, do you know what, me too. And that is such a beautiful thing. And it's nothing to be ashamed of. Like, it's literally nothing to be ashamed of. It's just how society have made men feel that they should be ashamed of opening up like this. And it's really sad. Really, really sad. It's honestly a very empowering move for you to be that brave person, to be open, honest, and be expressive to your guy friends. I've got loads of guy friends. I know how conversations are. It's very much like, how was football? Yeah, it was good. How was this? Yeah, it was good. And that's cool. Like, if that's your vibe, absolutely fine. I do also think it should be normalised for you to be open and expressive with each other. It doesn't have to be deep. It doesn't have to be intense. You're just saying you're going through it. Just being open and vulnerable and honest. There's nothing wrong with that. And if you notice a really lively character, a really lively friend, all of a sudden pulling back, taking a step away, not being themselves, there's nothing wrong with reaching out and going, hey mate, just want to check in, everything's okay. They might just come back and say, yeah, everything's fine. Or they might come back and say, I'm really going through it, and they need some support. And that little bit of you checking in, asking them how they are, will make so much more impact. And it will make them feel less alone, because when we're struggling sometimes, we do just retreat, we do just come back into ourselves, and we just think, I need to process this, I need to go through this. And when someone reaches out to ask if you're okay, of course there's nothing wrong with you saying, I need my space, I need to have my time and space. That person will respect that. But it might also be that little opening of a door for you to go, wow, this person's checked in on me, they're just making sure I'm okay. I know I've got that person there when I need them, and I'm not alone. And then in your own time, you can reach out to them and speak to them and go on the topic, or just say, look, I've been going through a really hard time and I don't really want to talk about it. And equally, there's nothing wrong with that as well. But I just wanted to come on here today to make this video about the fact that we are so strong on women being okay with being emotional, women going through it and talking to their girlfriends and that being a normal thing. You know, on these like reality TV shows, you always see these girls kicking off at each other or talking about things or crying. But when it comes to men, it's like, oh, we can't do that. So I just wanted to discuss that topic because I'm very passionate on it. I'm very big on bringing these girls up, helping them become the best version of themselves. This is also a very important topic to cover. And just know, if you're going through it right now, if you're having a hard time, if you're struggling, it's okay. It's going to be okay. This is a chapter of your book, not the final destination. And it's important to talk to someone. It's important to open up and be honest, and don't feel embarrassed. Honestly, do not feel embarrassed, because you'll be surprised how kind and nice people can be towards you, especially when you're going through a hard time. And it also allows your friends to be there for you and show up for you. And you will realise how you're not alone. You're not going through it alone. And to be honest, the more you talk to people about it, someone might have gone through a similar situation and you can relate to that situation, and you can go, how did you get through it? That will help you get through that situation, and it will help you process it. And then again, if your friend wants to check in and stuff, saying, how you doing, how's it all going, you'll feel confident and safe and comfortable because they would have gone through it, and you can be open and honest, and in turn you feel less alone and less like you're in this world by yourself. Suppressing your emotions is never a good thing. It never leads to anything positive, because they will come back, and they will come back like a boomerang, and emotions can be so intense. And if you want to cover emotions, there's another video of that on my channel, which I found was really helpful for me. Hopefully, like that video, this video has been really helpful for you also. Like that video, I'm really hoping this has been helpful for you today. And I hope you have a lovely rest of your week, and ciao for now, Bellas.